Hi, welcome back to our next training session. I am Nandlal Gupta, pharmaceutical GMP and compliance specialist. Many people are think that risk management is very tough, tedious, and time-consuming process. Today, I will clear this concept wrong. So please watch this video till end. Let us first understand what is quality risk management. Quality risk management is any type of risk come to the quality of product and management of that risk is called quality risk management. I will tell you that your family, friends, neighbor, everyone are doing risk management in their life. Are you confused? Let us understand quality risk management procedure with a simple example. Suppose I want to go to holiday for Manali. So what will be the failure for this trip? It's a time consuming travel. So we are having very limited day for holiday. So what will be the current control measure to reduce the risk? Travel by flight. Second potential failure will be stay in Kashmir. So what will be risk will be this hotel unavailability. Book the hotel in advance control measure. Family member may face health problem. So what will be the risk? Doctor may not be available nearby. So what will be the current control measure? Doctor on call facility, keep some medication. Then next failure will be cold climate. Warm clothes may need to purchase in Manali. Risk will be there. So what will be the current control measure? Carry warm clothes during the travel. So let us come understand pharmaceutical quality risk management on professional basis. So today we will discuss this type of content like definition, principle of quality risk management, roadmap for risk management, typical quality risk management process, QRM tools, definition of FMEA, risk priority numbers, method to conduct FMEA, risk guideline, that is severity rating, occurrence rating, detection rating, and QRM exercise. So first of all, we will discuss definition of risk. Risk is combination of probability of occurrence of harm and severity of harm. So as per ICH-Q9, what is quality risk management? Quality risk management is systematic process for the assessment, control, communication, review of risk to the quality of medicinal product across the product life cycle. It can be applied both proactively and retrospectively. So after that, we will discuss principle of quality risk management. So there will be two principles of quality risk management. First of all, the evaluation of risk to the quality should be based on scientific knowledge and ultimately linked to the protection of patients. So that means quality risk management should be based on logical basis. So second principle will be the level of effort from formality and documentation of quality risk management process should be commensurate with level of risk. That means uh, level of risk should be based on what type of risk and how much it will be effective and how much it will be critical. So that on the basis of we will take the kappa. If kappa is less, then we will take minor kappa. If kappa is more, then we will take major kappa. So what will be the roadmap for quality risk management? That is risk identification, risk analysis, risk evaluation, risk control, risk reduction, risk acceptance, risk communication, risk review. So we will discuss one by one for roadmap of quality risk management. It is a systematic use of information to identify hazards, referring to the risk question or problem description, what might go wrong. So in risk identification, we will identify the risk by asking the question, what might be go wrong or what can be go wrong. So after identification of risk, we will analyze the risk. So in analysis of risk, what we will do, risk analysis is estimation of the risk associated with the identified hazards. It is the qualitative or quantitative process of linking the likelihood of occurrence and severity of harm. So after analysis of risk, we will evaluate the risk. In evaluation of risk, we will compare the identified and analyzed risk against given the risk criteria. Risk evaluation consider the strength of evidence for all three of fundamental question. So this question we will see in evaluation of risk like severity, occurrence, and detectability. So we will see this type of severity, occurrence, detection in next slide. Then control of risk include decision making to reduce and or accept risk. The purpose of risk control is to reduce the risks to an acceptable level. So that means in control of risk, we will do reduce and accept the risk. Then in risk reduction, we will focus on process for mitigation and avoidance of quality risk when it exceeds a specified level. This reduction might include action taken to mitigate the severity and probability of harm. In acceptance of risk, it is a decision to accept risk for some type of harm, even some type of harm, even the best quality risk management practice might not entirely eliminate risk. In these circumstances, it might be agreed that an appropriate quality risk management strategy has been applied and that quality risk is reduced to a specified level. Friends, as you know that if any pharmaceutical company are having very good quality management system, so they cannot remove all type of risk. Means we have to accept some type of risk. For this, you can say like example of 10 ppm criteria in cleaning validation. Then might be you have seen in TV ads like Lifebuoy ad. There is a ad is coming. In this, some germs are one or two germs are remaining. So that is the example of acceptance of risk. Then risk communication. Risk communication is sharing of information about risk and risk management between decision makers and others. After acceptance of risk, we will communicate the risk to our all department in pharmaceutical companies or our any customers or any persons who is associated with the company. Then review of risk. If any review has been done and it is accepted and it is communicated, then we will we will do review of risk on periodically basis. We should have some type of SOPs or any procedure. So in review of risk, it should be ongoing part of quality risk management process. A mechanism to review or monitor events should be implemented. This is the typical QRM process. Might be you have seen in ICH Q9 guidelines. So we will discuss now QRM tools. QRM tools like failure mode, effect analysis, failure mode, effect and criticality analysis, fault tree analysis, hazard analysis and critical control points, hazard probability analysis, preliminary hazard analysis. So in pharmaceutical company, we will mostly do FMEA process as a tool of QRM. So what is the FMEA? Cause is underlying factor behind the failure mode. This is the factor for the region of failure mode. Effect, the result of action or inaction. So effect is result of action of any cause. Failure mode, different ways that a process or sub process can fail to provide the anticipated results. That means it is a different type of waves from which any result has been coming. And then FMEA is a systematic method of identifying and preventing product and process problem before they occur, as we have discussed in previous slide. After that, we will do risk priority number. Risk priority number is a numeric assessment of risk assigned to a process or step in a process as a part of failure mode and effect analysis. Each failure mode gets a numeric score that quantifies likelihood of occurrence, likelihood of detection, and severity of impact. So RPN is the product of severity occurrence and detection. We will see definition of this term. What is severity? Which rate the severity of potential effect of the failure, means any potential failure, how much can be danger, that is the severity. Occurrence, frequency with which a given cause occurs and create failure mode, means what frequency that failure mode can be happen, that is the occurrence. Then detection, the ability of current control scheme to detect or prevent the given cause, that means detection control, how any failure mode can be detected, that is the detection. So relationship between failure mode and effect is not always one to one. So that means it can be failure mode, one effect can be happen, second failure mode, second effect can be happen. For failure mode 1 and 2 failure mode, one effect can be happen, and for failure mode 1, 2 effect can be happen. So how we conduct the FMEA, identify all component or system at a given level of design hierarchy. First of all, we will identify the component or system. In latest function of each identified component or system, then we will listing that function, then identifies failure mode for each component system. Typically, there will be several ways in which component can fail. So after that, we will identify the failure mode of any component. So there may be one or two or maybe more. Then we will determine effect of the system. Then method to conduct FMEA. Then how we will conduct FMEA. So we will discuss in this procedure. Determine the failure probability of occurrence. Identified how failure mode can be detected. Prioritize the action that should be taken to reduce the risk. These are the simple process. These are the table by which we do the FMEA process. So in QRM exercise, we will do the QRM exercise and we will understand in next slide. So risk guideline, how we rate the risk for CBRT occurrence and detection. So like we can give rank from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. So here we will understand on the basis of 1 to 5 rating, like for CBRT 1 and like for CBRT 5. So for CBRT 5, there will be serious effect. And for CBRT 1 ranking, there will be no effect on output. Then like that, 2 for minor effect, 3 for moderate effect, and 4 for major effect. In occurrence rating, like 1 for this is unlikely, then 5 for almost certain every times, and for 2 for very rare, then possible, then likely. Then for detection, so for detection control, we will give for 1 for always detected, and 5 for lack of detection control, then 2 for will detect failure, might detect failure, then for 4 for almost certain not to detect failure. So for RPN category, we will categorize in 4 categories like minor, moderate, major, and critical. For we will do up to, if any RPN is coming up to 25, then there will be minor rating. Then if it is 26 to 50, then there will be moderate rating. Then 51 to 75 major rating. Then 76 to more than 125 critical rating. So what will be the acceptance criteria? For minor, there will be accepted. We can accept the process. For 26, action need to plan and to be proposed. For major, action need to be planned and proposed, and CAPA will be closed within 2 months. For critical, there will be no acceptance, not acceptable. That is the serious effect. So lastly, we will do PRM exercise, like for process failure, one risk 1, then control, we will see current control measure 1, for potential failure risk 2, current control measure 3, then potential failure 3, risk 3, current control measure 3, then potential failure 4, risk 3, current control measure will be 4. So initially we understood risk management on our personal life. So we will see also risk management, how we do FMEA are on our professional basis. So we will see in this slide. So like this is the team member. So risk management is a team member process. So it can be done by team member only. Anyone cannot do the risk management, risk assessment. So like we will see here, reference SOP, then subject will be the material management system in the quality, then issue date. What is the FME tool used? What is the risk assessment tool used? FME, that is failure mode and effect analysis. Then here we will do risk assessment number as per our in-house practice, in-house process. So suppose we will see one example, receipt of materials in any pharmaceutical companies. What will be the failure associated with this risk process activity? Contamination in vehicle. So what will be the risk? Communication of material. We will see here, we will here give 5 severity rating. Then what current control measure will be available with us, SOP and checklist in place. So this occurrence detection and RPN rating we will do here. So for this minor category, RPN will be see. Then inappropriate storage condition in vehicle. So what will be the risk? May impact the quality of material. And then what current control measure will be there? SOP in place, transport validation is in place. Then unapproved vendor, what will be the risk? May impact the quality of material. Then what will be the current control measure? Vendor approval procedure and approved vendor list is in place. Then broken container, what will be the risk? May impact the quality of material. Then what will be the current control measure? SOP and checklist in place. Hope now you will feel risk management activity is very easy and quite simple. I request you share this video to your colleagues so that they can also get benefits with this video. Finally, I request you to subscribe my YouTube channel. So a lot of effort for preparing the videos. So if you interested in any other topic, please feel free to mention in comment box. Thank you. Thank you so much, and ensure all compliance all the times. Thank you.